Muhammad, how you doing?
Hey,
Khaled.
can you hear me?
Yeah, you a Muslim?
Yeah, well, we've spoken one times before.
Okay, nice, nice.
Happy birthday, Avery, first of all.
Thank you,
Uh,
bro. Appreciate it.
I'll just get to the point directly. You were talking about 54, the books of tribulations and importance of the last hour.
So I'm sorry. Say that again because the
Sorry.
mic cut out. What'd you say?
Uh, you wanted to talk about the hadith, right? Okay, so I'm reading this. If this young, so Anas reported that a person asked Allah's messenger as to when the last hour would come. He
Hmm.
had in his presence a young boy of the Ansar who was called Muhammad. Allah's messenger said, if this young boy lives, which means he doesn't know if he's going to live or not,
Hmm.
he may not grow very old till he would see the last hour coming to you.
Hmm.
So over here, what we can understand that the Prophet Muhammad, he didn't necessarily know the when the last hour is. And he's trying to use the young kid as an example. Like if this boy even gets to live, he may not live long enough to see the last hour.
No,
So
no, no,
that
no,
is
no,
basically
no, no.
that's
He's
basically the okay.
no brother. He says that if he does live long enough, he'll see the last hour. He will see it.
See, it's written there. If this young boy lives, comma, he may not grow very old till
Till
he would see.
yeah, the last hour.
So in the second part of the sentence, he may not grow very old till he would see.
So he
So
won't get
it's
much older until the last hour comes.
but no, over here it's trying to say that that kid might not even have that chance of coming to that point.
Yeah, you're right. He may not come to the point of living long enough to see the last hour, but if he were to live long enough, if he were to grow old, it will happen in his lifetime. He'll see it.
All right. Now let me just give you more supporting evidence just so that I can tell you why what I'm saying is right and what you're saying is a little bit confusing. Because I have two Quranic verses that justifies why Prophet Muhammad didn't give this as a prophecy. Rather, he didn't have the knowledge of it at all. So in Quran 7
Brother, you don't have to do
dot
that.
dot 1. Yeah.
You don't have to do that. I agree with you that Muhammad does not know the exact day of the last hour. I agree with you. What
Then
however
he wouldn't say
but he did though. He gave a time frame. He didn't know when exactly, but he gave a time frame which was in the lifespan of that boy.
yeah, brother, but you have to understand that when he said that sentence, right? First of all, it's an English translation. So I'm giving you my best understanding. And second of all, there is an understanding, which is he's trying to say in an empathetic way that if this boy gets to live because someone asked him, when is the last hour? And it's just everybody's curiosity, right? So as Allah's messenger, what does he do? He says, this kid that's in his presence, that if this young boy lives, he may not grow very old till he would see the last hour coming to you. He was trying to give an answer to Anas that if this boy lives, he won't be able to see it, maybe, but it's not like a prophecy over here, because if this was a prophecy, he would give an exact time. He would give an exact sentence, right?
Let's do this together.
Okay, brother.
Can you see the screen? Is it too
Yeah.
small? Okay.
No, it's okay.
If this young boy lives, he may not grow very old till he would see the last hour coming to you.
Yeah.
So this directly says, and thank you, Casey Coop, for the birthday wish. Appreciate you. She says, Yahweh Akbar. That's right. If he grows old, he will see the last hour coming, correct?
Look, the second part of the sentence. He may not grow very old
Until what?
till he would see the last hour coming to you.
So if he grows old, what will he see?
If he grows old. So it's an if condition.
Exactly. What would he see if he grows old?
He would see the last hour.
So the last hour would come
Yes.
in the lifespan of that boy if he grew old, right?
Yes, but there's the word may, So because
I know.
he's trying to
So maybe he might die, but before that happens, right? He may die in that time span. However, that still doesn't negate that that's a time span that Muhammad gives for the last hour. That let's say he like in the lifespan of this young boy growing old. let's say old is, I don't know, 100 years old, right? Let's just give that. Let's say old is 100 years old from where he is. Let's say he's probably what, maybe 10 to 100 years old. If he grows very old, let's say he grows to 100 or whatever, he'll see the last hour coming to you, right?
Yeah.
Let's say he dies in between that. Let's say he dies at age 50. So he didn't grow very old, but that still doesn't negate the time span. That lifespan is when the last hour is going to come.
But
so
it doesn't.
If he survived, he would have saw it. If he died, he would not have seen it.
Yeah, but it doesn't negate Prophet Muhammad's statement that this kid, he may not grow on there to see the very last hour. Look, Avery, at the end of the day, I just want to clear this out for you that you'll find many Sahih Bukharis and Sahih Muslims that these are all like a side note which you can use to be a better Muslim, right? But as Muslims, the most important thing is the Quran, and the Quran is the final word, right? We can look at too many of this other stuff.
Hadith. You can't ignore hadith.
No. You have to understand.
It's essential to your religion.
It is close to very central. I'll tell you why. Because it is at the end of the day, look, the Quran is God's word. It's fully the oral transmission.
I know.
It's the oral transmission of the God. So why do we use
do you have revelation in hadith?
Sorry?
Do you have revelation in hadith?
Revelation in hadith. Yeah, there are prophecies over there and everything.
Exactly. If any of those prophecies are false, is Muhammad a true prophet?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. The prophecy that I just read to you isn't a false one and doesn't negate him.
If any of the prophecies that Muhammad gives in authentic hadith, if any of them are false, is he a true prophet or a false prophet?
If one of them is a false, he will become a false prophet. But Beautiful. we cannot be naive on our parts as well. You know what I mean? Just because.
Yes, let's not be naive.
Yeah, no problem. But you just mentioned if this young boy lives, he may not grow very old till you. No, what I'm trying to say.
So when will the last hour, according to this statement, when will the last hour come?
See, nobody has that knowledge. It's written in the Quran that nobody has that knowledge except for God alone.
That's fine. But what does Muhammad say here? When does Muhammad say the last hour would come? In what time span?
He says this in this way that the kid might not get to see within his lifetime. That's all. That doesn't have to say that it's going to happen within his lifetime.
He says the kid may be able to see it in his lifetime. If he grew old, he will see the last. If he grows old, he will see the last hour. It will come in his lifetime. That's what he says, correct?
See, it says he may not he may.
He may not what?
He may not grow very old till he would see the last hour. So what you're trying to tell me,
coming in his lifetime, meaning he won't get much old. He won't grow very old till he sees the last hour. Like that last hour is going to come in his lifetime before he gets very old. That's what he's saying.
Brother, listen, Avery. I think I think you're smarter than this, Avery, and I think you could be of massive. Listen, Avery. Listen, you could be of massive good to humanity because you have the knowledge of look, let me be honest with you, right? It says over here he may not grow very old till he would see the last hour, right? Listen, Avery, come on, man.
Did you just say that I'm smarter than this?
You are smart. You're playing with me with semantics, brother.
I'm playing with you.
Just like, see, listen.
How do I reach these seeds, man?
Listen, brother. Okay.
Okay,
let me tell you something. As a Muslim, what we need to acknowledge. As a Muslim, we need to acknowledge our history.
Nope. You need to acknowledge what your prophet claims. And if your prophet is making false claims, then you need to not be naive. Don't be gullible, and accept the facts and the words that's in your face. That's what you need to do.
Brother,
I don't
the
care.
language is in front of you.
Excuse me, Muhammad. Let's not play games. We're smarter than that. You told me I'm smarter than that. So I'm gonna try to live up to your expectation. I'm definitely smarter than this. To accept an explanation that goes against my common sense and my reading comprehension. I'm smarter than that, Muhammad. So when I see the words here, that if this young boy lives, he may not grow very old till the last hour come to you, till he would see the last hour coming to you. My reading comprehension, because I went to school and because I passed in college. I passed.
I'm sorry.
I passed when it came to linguistics. I passed when it came to grammar. I passed and I got my high school diploma. I got some college credits, and I was a very good student in college, by the way. And I did very well. Very well.
I think you may have been better than me for sure, brother. But for me, I'm just trying
when I see this, please.
Yes.
When I see this, it would be insulting to my intelligence to suggest it's other than what it says. So do we agree that according to what it says, that the last hour would come if that boy would see the last hour coming if he lived long enough? If he grew old, then he would see the last hour coming in his lifetime, according to Muhammad.
If things worked out, right, then this kid, if he lived enough to see the last hour, he would have seen it, but he didn't, right? So that just goes to show that this wasn't a prophecy.
Thank you. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for it. Thank you. Take care of yourself, man. See, when you guys come up, I'm telling you, I need you guys. Look, I've had conversations with Muslims who were here, like one Muslim, most of my stream, because this Muslim was honest. He was direct. He didn't play games. He didn't, there wasn't none of that. There wasn't none of that. You guys, and it's like the large breed of you, the large batch of you Muslims are so dishonest, and you expect me to accept your dishonesty, to play with your dishonesty. Now, it depends on what mood I'm in. I might, have fun with it or not. But for the most part, you're not going to last on the stage. You know what I'm saying? Like the last guest, Nori, I was having fun with his dishonesty. But that's not often. Stop playing on our intelligence. When I say our, I mean the 3,000 people that's watching on YouTube and the 500 folks that's watching on TikTok. Stop playing on us, man. We're not dumb. We see the text. We read the text. And most importantly, we comprehend what the heck we're reading. We're not a dumb breed. We didn't come out of Islam.